Hi, Mark from HP. The past couple of years have been very up and down for Australia, and we have seen, according to Foresters, a 300% increase in remote work from pre-COVID levels, which has meant we've got used to videos like this and backgrounds like this, and unfortunately we've got used to seeing too much of people and their home lifestyle. We've tried everything we can to have a bit of fun with this and trying to keep our teams engaged and when in remote locations. But I think when the time these two guys come around, we were well and truly over it. However, this has become the new norm and will continue into the future as many businesses now adapt to allowing employees to work anywhere, anytime, not just in the office, not on the road, but at home. Some employees are making lifestyle changes and working 100% from remote locations, with more than 65,000 more people making the great escape from capital cities to regional Australia, according to a July 2020 report from the Regional Australian Institute. This distributed workforce is presenting IT managers with a lot of questions as they look to manage a fleet of PCs that is far more dispersed than it's ever been. Today, I want to take you through some of the new security and collaboration technologies HP is introducing, as well as how HP is raising the bar to challenge ourselves and reinvent the industry standards for sustainable impact, including driving lasting improvements for the planet, people, and communities where we live, work, and do business. So to begin, I like to start the idea of 2020 as being the year as being adaptable. We've gone from being that place where, no, you need to be in the office to now, of course you can work from home. And we're now seeing that shift between people that used to be those office navigators and mobile warriors into home experts. I'm quite lucky. I used to travel, but now I'm fully set up at home and I've got a great setup. So I can be fully sustained at home without having to go into the office. But at HP, we still need to start to consider how we create our products, because one day we will return to the office and some people have had a lot of time back in the office. So we are still thinking and considering that office mobility. But we also need now to consider that micro mobility, how we move away from the screaming kids wanting to watch Thomas the Tank Engine to find our piece of space where we can have time to collaborate and do our meetings. And possibly that could be the garage. Not everyone has houses and luxuries of multiple rooms. So what we are starting to adapt technology to, this is also being driven a lot by the users. The users are now demanding that remote workforce. They're embracing that new work-life balance. I say when I go and speak to customers is that it's definitely that bell curve of, hey, Monday, Friday, we're working from home. Tuesday, Wednesday, it's a flip of the coin. Wednesday, everyone's in the office. So we're starting to see that bell curve of people interacting back into the office. But the new way of working is here. It's personal, it's secure, and it needs to be connected. We're constantly on our collaboration tools. We are always needing to be connected. We're always trying to share the space with other people inside our house. Just as I present this today, I've got my landlord doing maintenance work in one room. I've got my partner doing a meeting in another room. So it becomes really hard to connect with the people you need to. Now, on one aspect of this, the secure aspect, during COVID, we've seen a massive increase in the amount of attacks that we're starting to see happening. And a lot are still coming through emails, about 80%. And 29% of all attacks are unknown. They're zero-day malware and it's their first day on the job. So as an aspect of being crucial for that hybrid workplace, it needs to be secure. And this is where we've now incorporated the huge amount of levels on both of our print and PC products about the security that goes into it. Building a resilient hardware from the ground up, putting layers of protection to give you that extra protection, and then enabling your IT team to be proactive and manage your teams as best as they can wherever they are, as diverse as it can be. This is where I'll go through a lot of this today, but let's start off with resilient hardware. With a lot of our products, you get our essential security. This is all built into the device. Starting from as soon as you power on our devices, our security starts working from the BIOS all the way through. If you go up to our top of the range products like the 800, 1000, ZBook range, you get all of this stuff. As you go down to the 400, 600, some things drop off. Well, you're now starting to see a lot of those premium security features all the way through our product portfolio. One of these great new technologies is HP Presence Aware. This uses presence-aware sensors in the top of the camera to detect if you're in front of the device. Let me show you a quick video.
Bring Right now, the PC can detect that I'm in front of it and working. But if I move away, a presence detection sensor in the top bezel detects that I've moved away from my PC and I'm no longer working. It will dim the display, which can save power, and then it will lock it to protect my data and information. This keeps everything on my PC secure when I step away. However, in order to keep it productive, if I walk back up, it detects my presence and then uses Windows Hello to authenticate and log me back in.
So 3 really good points here. Really dropping the device into a secure state by locking it, giving you that extra level of security when you walk away from your device. Putting it into a low power state is great for your battery life and great for the environment. The third is how quick you can get logged back in with that IR camera with facial recognition, and you're back to being productive really quick. Another new technology is our tile-based technology. Now, this one isn't so new, but this did start last year, but this is now built in that we have it included as part of the device where you can now have 4G, 5G, and tile all at the same time. What's tile? Tile are like those similar little tiles that you put into your wallet, your bags, things like that, where you can track your like devices once they get stolen or lost. Exactly the same thing for your device, for your HP notebook. You can have a desktop app or a mobile app, and you're able to find your device if it gets lost or you've left it somewhere. Another really cool feature is if one of the kids have stuffed it in the couch and it's all hidden, you can actually open up the mobile app, ring the device, it'll make a loud noise so you can find it in the room you're in. Really great to keep you up and running to find your device. Another cool aspect of this is that you're able to have it linked to other tiles, meaning it's completely anonymous. But if I steal your device and I've got a tile in my wallet and it's connected to my mobile phone, if your device has battery power, it'll constantly keep updating that location and you're able to track it and follow it. Really cool for keeping track of your devices. Now, this is done from the user net level, not from the IT team, giving you that extra level of protection. The IT team's not going to track you down at 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. Putting on layers of protection on top of that hardware-based security I've just mentioned and introduced is our SureClick and SureSense programs. SureClick is the ability to protect you against bad attachments and websites. So this includes Office documents, PDFs. We now incorporate Firefox, Microsoft Edge browser support. This allows me that if I've gone to a malicious site or an open malicious PDF or Word, and up pops the big red screen of death, I'm able to close that document down and it completely removes it. Because what SureClick has done is put it into its own virtual space. Lock it in that space, that red screen cannot be removed because it's in its own virtual version of Office, Windows, all the drivers. A close it down is completely removed. This also does it from the tab level with inside Edge, Internet Explorer, and Chrome, where if I have some malicious activity on a single tab, I can close it down. It's been virtualized in its own space. It's removed. Every other tab, unaffected. Every other application, unaffected. Keep mitigating you against that risk of clicking on those malicious sites or bad attachments. Take that a step further and we have our SureSense technology. This is where it starts to protect against those zero-day malwares, where 29% of most malware attacks are based upon zero-day malware. What we've done in the background, we've trained a brain with over 100 million different types of malware samples. We created an agent that sits on the endpoint. From there, it will catch greater than 99% of the unknown attacks in less than 12 milliseconds with 1% idle. What do I mean by this? If I start to have some malicious activity, a file I've downloaded or a file I've put in from a USB key, what it will do then, it'll automatically quarantine it if it's starting to act like a malware and malicious activity. I will be showing a demonstration of this on tomorrow's session, so please join that. But it mitigates that risk that something might be malicious happening in the background. What it also does is if you've got something like an Excel spreadsheet that is a false positive, you can actually go to the quarantine, pull it out, and exclude it from the scans, allowing you to have that macro constantly running. Now, one of the biggest pains for the IT team with this distributed hybrid workforce is managing with driver packs and updates and so on. HP provides a lot of different support here with driver packs, client catalogs, image assistant and our MIK, which I'll talk about in a second, and our client management script library. All of this enables you to deliver packages of updates, security patches, all very quickly and easily. We also offer vPro in a lot of our devices where you can integrate with Intel Emma system, and that allows you to have full control over your device, whether it's in the office, in the cloud, wherever it is, you'll be able to have access to it to deploy patches and take control. Now, one aspect, which I'll also give a demonstration tomorrow of this, is our HP Image Assistant. This is where I can do a full scan on my device over versus hp.com or different versions of your image, and enable you to be able to see exactly what needs to be updated. Even down to the point of your dock, your firmware updates on your docking solution, it can do the updates through that. Now, this isn't checking against all different types of your device. It is checking against your device and hp.com and giving you a traffic light system, a green, orange, red light system, and shows you where updates need to happen. Also, it looks at security, but another great feature for your IT team is it gives you all the bulletin, all the customer advisory forms, all the deep diving into firmwares, drivers, BIOS settings. It gives you all those details at a click of a button. Very quick, very easy to use. If you're a SCCM user, we also have a management integration kit to this. This is where you can take full control of our essential security tools and deliver that all through SCCM. It is the only certified plugin from Microsoft for the SCCM, and it gives you that full range of creating the right management, enforcement, and hardware policies across your whole network. Very simple, very easy, and it helps you manage all of the essential security that comes with your device. So essential security is our first building block in our products. We then go into some other subscription services, which enables for your type of business. For SMB, we have Pro Security Edition. When you start looking at medium to larger enterprise customers, you're looking at the proactive security, and then you go into SureClick Enterprise. This is where you start to get into a whole range of additional features of on-prem, off-prem type of solutions for SureClick. The Pro Security Edition and the proactive security, they're all built into our SureSense and SureClick Pro tools, which gives you some additional features than what you get with the device. The proactive security is fantastic. It starts to incorporate our TechPulse tools, where you can start to do a lot more reporting, a lot more diagram on issues that might be across the whole fleet. Now, security is one major aspect of working from home. Another one is the collaboration aspect of having the right conferencing tools. I'm just going to play this quick video to demonstrate.
This is a demo of HP's AI-based noise reduction. So I'm going to simulate a few noises for you that you might run into in your environment with the cancellation turned off. Then I'm going to turn it on, and so you can hear how it's actually removing that noise from your conference calls. I'm going to start with a chip bag. So as you can tell, that's pretty loud. That's how it sounds whenever I eat on my conference calls. And of course, I have a mechanical keyboard because I like to make noise. And it's very distracting during, a long conference call. We also all have barking dogs in our neighborhood. We probably have, dogs ourselves that like to just howl while we're on a conference call. So I'm going to have a simulated video for that. Yeah, so that's all pretty distracting to hear while you're on a conference call. Now I'm going to turn on the noise cancellation and let's hear how it's removing that from our environment. So this is with noise cancellation turned on. I'm going to do the bag again. As you can hear, it's doing a really good job of removing it from my environment, as well as reducing it while I'm talking. And now the keyboard. It's almost non-existent. And finally, the barking dog.
You can hear the barking dog and then it suppresses it from it. This is designed to give you the best collaboration experience. I didn't know my next door neighbor loved to mow his lawn as much as he did until I started working from home. This just gives you that better collaborative experience, not just for you, for the other people on the call as well. Two aspects I've never spoken more about in the last year is clean and green. What are these? These are devices that can be sanitizable and sustainable. Sanitizable means our devices can be all wiped down up to 1,000 times with household disinfectants, meaning that if I'm wiping and cleaning my keyboard, I'm not cleaning the keys off it, because I had a customer tell me about an experience where their product from a competitor had the keys wiped off. It meant that they needed to do a service call. They needed to do a replacement on it. It was about a day's worth of time that he was out of connection because he was down because his device was being fixed. This allows you to wipe the device clean. We have software now that can pause the device so you can get the touchscreen, get the keypad all cleaned. And this is perfect when people want to go back in the office and still use those open planned office spaces and shared desk spaces that they want to use. They want to be able to clean their device down after each day. The other aspect of this is sustainability, and Gartner's showing that by 2025, 90% of G2000 companies are going to mandate some form of reusable material in IT hardware supply chains. Now, this is already now. I'm sure your company or your department are already starting to mandate some form of sustainability in your RFPs and products. But at HP, we've been on this sustainability message for a long time, and our main focus is planet, people, and community. Making sure our devices are doing the right thing for the planet. We're supporting the people and the communities that we work in and around. This is not a new message for us. We've been doing this for many years. We were one of the first companies to be offer recycling programs, but we've set some very lofty goals for 2025 and beyond to make sure that we are doing the best thing we can. And in the product portfolios we have now, with EP Gold leadership, we're doing improved energy efficiencies, increasing recycled plastics and metal contents, and reducing chemicals concern. My favorite, though, is the transition to sustainable fibers and plastic pre-packaging. I thought for many years we put too much plastic in our devices. Now it's the time to a point that you can put all of our packaging straight into the recycling bin. We're seeing a lot more using of recycled aluminiums and magnesium in our devices, not just in our notebooks, but also in our desktops, as well as our devices when the packaging that come with it. Now, when we start talking about devices to enable you to have a hybrid office of in the office, out of the office, we've got collaboration services that uses our Elite Slice tool, which is connected to either Microsoft Teams or Zoom. And you're able to have these center room consoles, manage your meetings with inside that meeting room, but also be effective for the people outside that room. Some really cool devices we've just announced is our ProBook Aero and 840 Aero. Our 635 starts at sub 1 kilo using Ryzen 5000 processors. If you want to up the ante on that, you can now go to our 840, which is a 11th gen Intel processor, 4G supported, but what you're also able to get here is a 1.13 kilo clamshell device, 14-inch in our 800 series, giving you that full range of tile integration, HDMI 2, Thunderbolt 4, 11th gen processors, all using recycled magnesium and recycled plastic covers and packaging. It really is a great looking product, lightweight, perfect for those people that don't need 360 and pen and touch, but just want a traditional clamshell that gives them a lightweight to get around. Our Elite Dragonfly G2 has been announced. What I really like about this is a huge increase in the performance inside. 11th gen process, a lot of the AI content aware, presence aware, all of that is built into it. You can now get 5G, and this is a huge improvement on the previous Gen 1. But the product that is really exciting is this one. This is a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor product. It is created with soft vegan leather. It is 5G, 4G enabled. It is a beautiful product. It is a nice folio looking product. You would have seen this previously in our consumer range. We've now done this for our commercial range in the elite aspect. You have the ability to have Sure View Reflect built into this. It is a very exquisite product. It still goes into a viewing mode and full tablet mode. The pen is lovely to touch. It docks inside, so you don't have to house it side on. It's housed inside the device and gives you that full pen touch experience. It is a very nice product, and if you get your chance, absolutely get this in your hands. Combine those products with our complete workstation range. We have our brand new Reverb G2. If you have interest in VR, you cannot see a better portfolio of products than what HP is now offering. Thank you very much for your time. Please join us for the demonstration session tomorrow, which I'll take you into some of those software aspects and show you exactly what we can do with it. But thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of JuiceIT. Have a great day. Bye.